Hey, 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 good morning, everyone. This is Coach Ray, Financial Coach Ray. I am the CEO, the founder of Financial Coach for You. And I just started my nonprofit, y'all. I just started my nonprofit. And that means I can go further than I've been, okay? The name of my nonprofit is Global Financial Literacy. And it's global by nature because I am not from the Caribbean. I'm not from here, I'm from the Caribbeans. So I want to be able to go back home. I want to be able to teach financial literacy. And not only that, I come from a military background. And the only way I could get on the military campus is I have to be a nonprofit. So I said, I'll just have to work on my nonprofit status. So I'll be able to go and present. I'll be able to go and offer financial literacy, not just here locally in San Diego, but all over the world. Everywhere there is a military base, I'm going to be, and I'm going to be. So every morning, I get up and I have a thought on my mind. And today, I just want to talk about forming habits. Forming habits is the key, y'all. Forming habits is the key. If you don't form habits now, you're not going to be able to be consistent and to be on point with the routines that you have in place. So here's my example. I'm a single mom. Right now, it's just me and my daughter live in this big old house. Things need to get done. And so rather than me call somebody down the street and say, hey, can you come help me lift a little refrigerator? I said, hey, I could do this. In my young days, I would be able to. But as I get older, things don't work as good as it used to be. So I picked up the small refrigerator, and all I was doing was moving it from here to there. But I picked it up incorrectly. Now I know how to pick up stuff. You gotta bend your knees, you gotta keep the object close to you. But that time I was rushing. I was trying to get things done fast. And when we don't think, sometimes is when we get hurt. So I grabbed the refrigerator, picked it up, and I heard pop in my back. And I sat down and I was like, oh, that didn't sound too good. So I was out of commission for about 3 weeks before my back is now, I'd say about 95%. But prior to me hurting my back, my daughter and I started working out. We started working out at the gym. We were on the roll. We had our routines going. Every morning we were up. She was waking me up. I'm like, dang, girl, can we like sleep in a little bit? But she was on it. Do you know when I hurt my back and we stopped working out? That just messed up our whole program. Now I'm feeling better, and it's so hard to get started. It's so hard to take that first step to say, hey, let's go to the gym. Let's get dressed and go. The bed feels so good in the morning. We don't want to get up. So I told her, I said, we got to do it for our health. We have to do this. And so to get started is hard when you have someone right here next to you, besides you, motivating you, encouraging you to move, encouraging you to go. It's a lot easier. I'm a financial coach. I'm also a mentor. I'm an advisor. That's what I do. I help coach people in the areas of their finances because it's hard. It's hard putting money aside and not touching it. It's hard trying to play the money game and you don't know the rules. So if you have a coach that teaches you how to play the game, you got to put your game face on, especially when it deals with your finances. Have you ever wondered why the rich people keep getting rich and the poor folks just keep struggling, having two, three, four jobs and they can't make ends meet? It's because the rich folks can afford to pay somebody to help them play the game. Hmm. Who do you have to help you play the money game? If you don't have the rules, you're not going to make it. If you don't have the rules, you're going to constantly be in debt. If you don't have the rules, you constantly reach out and get the credit cards. and don't pay off your credit cards and wonder, why is it I can never get ahead? Why is it I can never buy this house? I want to buy a house. 5 years later, you're saying the same thing. You have to make a change, because doing the same things over and over and over is nothing but insanity. Yes, it is. It's insanity. So, as a coach, I'm able to work with people one on one, help them, meet them wherever they're at. You don't have to have millions to invest. You don't have millions to have a financial coach. Although some advisors will charge you a front or a percentage of your investment portfolio, I'm not about that. I am the realist. I am real. Okay, if I sit down with you and I help you with your game plan, I'm not giving you a bill. Most people, and let me tell you, I'm going to say this. Most people, before they would even sit down with you, most companies, I would say, before they would sit down with you and help you with your finances, they want to know how much you make. Not to say, oh, she makes 100,000. I'm gonna have to show her how to keep 10% of that. They want to know whether they're gonna get paid or not. So you got to really think about who's sitting down in your corner, showing you about this money game. So there's a couple things I want to touch about. Okay, we all have goals. Some of us want to retire before we're 65. Some of us want to travel, see the world. Perhaps you have kids that need to go to college. Perhaps you just want to go on a vacation, not to visit your family now. We're talking about a real vacation, like to fly to England, Italy, these far places that you just dream about. And so, how are you going to do that? You need to prioritize your goals. And if you don't write down your goals, it's nothing but a wish. It's just a wish. I wish I could own a home one day. Huh. A wish comes in and a wish goes out. For you to prioritize your goals, you need to write it down. Write it down. It's powerful because you're using your hand to physically write, and then your mind is telling you what to write. It's powerful. It's a powerful thing. And then when you take a picture of the thing that you want to save for, let's say, for example, you want to buy a house, and you write down, my goal is to buy a house in 5 years, because you got to put a time factor in this. If you don't put a time factor in this, you're going to be writing the same things 10 years from now, saying, I want to buy a house. So, but you write it, my goal is to buy a house in 5 years, right? Put a date to it. We're in 2000, let's say we're in 2019. 5 years from now, it'll be 2024. Oh my gosh. 2024, I'm going to get that house. So, what I advise you to do is to go drive around your neighborhood or the neighborhood that you want to buy that house in. If there are any open houses, go check it out. Dream a little bit. Oh my gosh, take the kids. Go through the house. Look at how they design, how they decorate. I'm not a decorator. I don't have a decorated eye, but I'd love to see beautifully decorated homes. And take a picture of that house that you want. Put it on the refrigerator where everybody can see. Get your kids involved in helping you accomplish your goals, because that goal, it affects the whole family. When you do that, guess what's going to happen? You're going to have it in the forefront of your mind. So the next time you pick up your credit card thinking you're going to buy some things that you don't even need, you're going to think about that house. And you know who's going to remind you about that house? Your children. They're like, Mom, do we really need to go to Red Lobster today? Or can we just buy our groceries and cook at home? We'll be able to save and get our house faster. Ha! Kids will keep you in line. That brings us to needs versus wants. That by far is the biggest window in your financial house. And I say that because how many times have you ever wanted to go to Walmart to buy just some simple product? Like maybe you want to buy paper towels. And that's just one thing you want to buy. You go into Walmart and you automatically grab a shopping cart. You're inviting trouble right there. You need to buy some paper towels, right? But you're going to get a lot of things in there that you want. And so you have to really be conscious of what you're doing and have a game plan. You go to war, go to Walmart and pretend, hey, I'm going to war. I'm going in for one thing and I'm coming out with that one thing. Try it. It's pretty hard. I don't go to Walmarts anymore unless if I necessarily have to. And then when I go, I know exactly where I'm going to go and I'm coming right back out. I don't look to the left. I don't look to the right. And at the cash register, I just keep my head straight. Because if I do like this, oh, there's a stick of gum. I want to get some gum. Over here, I'm hungry. I need some candy bars. Those marketing folks, they're smart. They know how to get into your wallet. And so you have to differentiate between wants versus needs and stick with that. Know what your wants are and know what your needs are. Okay. Another thing you want to do, and I always like to say is if you want to save and you have a hard time saving, put your savings on automatic pilot. Put your savings on automatic pilot where it comes out of your check automatically so you don't even miss it. And make sure it goes to a bank or goes to a company where you can't touch it. You can't go in and just use your ATM card and withdraw it. It's called forced savings. And it works. It does work. Another form of savings would be to the envelope method, especially for folks that they don't like the banks and they want to save on their own. Let's say you want to save for a vacation. I want to go to Vegas and we need to save $500 between now and November. So you get an envelope and you physically put the money in the envelope. Let's say you get $50 a month. You take that $50 and put it in that envelope. Seal it. Seal it. Next month, get another $50. Put it in the envelope. Seal it. That's 2 envelopes that you have in there. The third month, you do the same. And what that does is gives you a habit, right? You forming habits to where at the end of your goal, you saved up more than $500, and now you're thinking, do I really need to go to Vegas, or maybe I need to just keep on saving for this bigger item that we need? It's all about planning. It's all about keeping those habits formed for you to be able to accomplish what you need to accomplish in life. And if you have kids, teach them. Teach them about the savings method. Teach them how to save. Give them little tidbits. Give them a little piggy bank, because children, they know the difference between a quarter and a dollar. Because I remember my daughter, right? She's about maybe three years old, I would think. This girl is super smart anyway. She was about 3 years old, and I would show her a paper, and I'll show her a dollar bill, and then I'll give her like 4 quarters or so. I said, which one would you like? She automatically goes for the dollar bill. I'm like, wow. So children do know. They learn very, very, very early in life, and they look at you as their primary teachers. So what you teach them is how they end up living the rest of their life. So be careful what you teach your children. Now, if you're working out there, let's say you have a job. The next thing is saving for retirement, long-term savings. And most people do not save for retirement. They rely on the government to take care of them. I'm like, no, don't do that. Can you see what happened to Social Security? It is now social insecurity. You don't want to put your life savings in the hands of the government. Come on. The government is fine. It's great. They'll keep the infrastructure taken care of. They'll keep the basics taken care of. But when it comes to my life, when it comes to me spending the rest of my life in retirement, I'm not trusting them on that. I'm sorry. That's just my personal opinion. But if you do have a job and your employer is offering to match, take advantage of that. That's free money that they're giving you. But I always say, do not put all your eggs in one basket. That's not the only retirement that you should have. And the reason why I say that is because you got to look and see, where are they investing this money? Who really owns that money? Hmm. Do you, if you need it, can you get it? Hmm. Are you going to get penalized for it? Are you going to be taxed? So things like that. Okay, so you want to make sure that you have multiple areas that you're saving for retirement. Build up your portfolio, not just have stocks and mutual funds. What about the other investment vehicles like IULs? Most people don't even know that, and they're like, oh, insurance, saving in insurance, that's not good. No. Why not? If insurance is the only thing that gives you safety nets and guarantees, I would say that is going to be part of my portfolio too. So when the market goes down over here and I'm losing over here, I don't lose all my eggs. All my eggs are not broken. You see what I'm saying? In that basket, I want to be able to have safety nets in place. I don't want no scrambled eggs, right? So I just wanted to share just a couple tidbits with you, food for thought for today, on how important it is to form habits. You need help forming some habits? You need someone to hold you accountable? Contact myself, Financial Coach Ray. You can go to my website at FC4U. This is F, the letters F, C, the number 4, the letter U, onestopshop.com. And I will definitely sit down with you. Look for the survey link on my website, and I'll also post it to the bottom of this live. And go get a survey done. Take the financial survey. That is the first step to meeting with me one-on-one for your coaching needs. So be blessed, everyone. Stay highly encouraged. And remember to form those habits, good habits. Peace.